Hello everyone, it's Amy and welcome back for Journaling on a Budget. Today we are going to start our next part of this series. This will be the third book that we've done in this series, and this one is going to be called Memory Lane. I was requested by a subscriber. Her name is Lisa, and she wanted to know if I could make a map, because she wanted to make a map. And then she said that she was thinking about doing a map and, kind of making it go along with a journal. And, we went back and forth and discussed by email kind of what she was looking for. And so what I came up with was a whimsical map that is going to turn into or be part of our journal. And so that's what we're going to do for this journal. So how I started was I just took a regular sheet of paper and I folded it in half because I wanted it to be very long. And we are going to sketch our map onto this piece of paper and then transfer it onto a regular size piece that will fit into our, that's going to fit into our book, but it's going to be a very long map. It's going to be 3 pieces of paper hooked together. And so what I have done is I have 3 pieces of paper here. Now this is the kind of paper that's perforated, so it's hooked together already, but you don't have to have that. You can just take one piece of paper, tape it to the next piece of paper, which is here, and then tape it to the last piece of paper, which is here. This one's going to be very large, the map is, so that'll be hard to show all at once. But so that's what we're going to do, and then each of those pages will be folded in half. So there are going to be 6 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections on our map as we go through. And so what I want to do is, and see, this is very long and skinny. That's why I folded my paper in half to make my map. So then what I want to do is, you can do one of 2 things. You can just draw your map just like it is, or you can fold it first. I like to kind of know a little bit of what's what. So what I'm going to do is I am going to see, how did I do that? Okay, fold it in half. And then I'm going to fold it in thirds. So I want this one to kind of come probably right about there. You can measure it and make sure that it's perfect. And then fold this one back like that. And then this one. And this one. And this one. Now this is just a rough sketch map, so it does not need to be perfect. And the other pages, you're literally going to take a full sheet and just fold it in half. So, so you'll have your right dimensions there. This just kind of needs, I wanted to have 6 areas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now this is my map. This is what I'm going to make my sketch on. Now I've already done this because I needed time to sit and think and sketch and, and do all of that. But I wanted to show you how to set it up so that you'll have the setup when you go to start drawing your map if you want to play along. So once you have your paper like that, then you're going to think about what do you want on your map. And so I thought about, things that, because this map, the things on this map, we're going to use on pages in our book. So I wanted things that I wanted to decorate about, that type of thing. So I thought about things that I would want to put on there. And so this is my sketch. But I also wanted it to look like a map. So what we have here is, I just first started kind of by drawing a road on my map. And then I thought, well, I wanted downtown. We'll make some stamps and, like stamp some big buildings on here and everything. So I just drew some buildings on here and then tried to think, once I kind of had the whole thing drawn out before I numbered anything, I just drew a downtown. And then I thought, just outside of town, we'll have a gas station and we'll have a train depot. Now I added the train depot for Papa because Papa loves trains. And you'll find out another thing in just a minute. So I wanted to have like a bridge and some water. And over here we have a farm. And so, we've got the barn and the house, and we've got some animals and some planted fields and that type of thing. Some trees over here, the woods or the forest or whatever you call it where you're from. We have a lake over here, which the river goes to, a covered bridge. And then we have a circus. That's the second thing that's in here for Papa. Papa loves trains. And when he was younger, they used to bring the circus in on a train. And they would unload all of the elephants and the wagons and everything. And the elephants would pull the carts, the wagons, to the fairgrounds, which was up by one of the schools. And they would pull them right down the street. It would be like a parade that these elephants would pull all of these things down, and they would set them up at the fairgrounds. At the fairgrounds. So anyway, so to me, it was just, and also I had purchased a book about trains and a book about circuses. So I already have those in my stash because I was thinking of doing some kind of a book with Papa in it. And so I'm going to use it in this book. So that's where our train comes from, and that's where our circus comes from. So things that you may think about that mean something to you, this does not have to mean something to you. It can be totally fictional. But it's fun to just go back and think about the things that maybe made you happy, or stories you heard from your grandparents or your parents, and something of them that you want to add in there. And so, especially if you can't think of, well, how many pages do I want in my journal? And so therefore I'll need to have something to go along with each one of those pages. And so then I put in a subdivision because, you got to have a subdivision on a map. And this is just a little local map instead of a great, like a big street map like of the United States. So we have a subdivision here. And in the back of these houses here, there's a playground behind those houses. And then we come right back around to town. So this is my map. And like I said, I just sketched it out. I erased, I moved things, I just got it until I thought, yeah, I like the way that looks. So then what I did was, we already had it folded into 6 pieces like this. So then what I did was I took this map along with my folded papers, and I said, okay, on the first 2 sections of this map, let's get the rest out of the way so it doesn't confuse us. And it's on these 2 sections, and you can do it 1 section at a time if you want to. You can just look at just this section and just do that. I found it easier to do 2 sections or 1 whole page of paper. And so then on this paper, I would draw. Because see, you've got your fold mark here. Remember, that's what's going to help you get your scale. Once you get your scale on here the way you want it, it will help you put it on this larger piece. Because then you say, okay, I know that on this section from here to here, this road's going to come down right kind of down the middle. And if you want to also, as a matter of fact, I think I did. Yes, I did. I folded this paper also this way, because that gave me more to look at when I was trying to draw my map to gauge where I wanted things. So I knew that I was going to come down, this road was going to come down, and it was going to come just past halfway before the center of here. So I'm going to bring this road down like this, and I'm going to start a road that goes like this, and then this one is not quite in the middle, it's kind of about here. So it comes down with a couple houses here, and then we go around the corner, and then we come down across the bottom. And I know that in these 2 sections, I've got my downtown. So I put my downtown in there, and then I went to the next section, like this. Okay, now this is done, so we get that out of the way. Now we're on these 2 sections here and here. And so then I say, okay, well now my road comes right to here. So I want my road to kind of come up and go like this. Right there to the middle. It kind of starts to go back down again and then goes to the edge here, which is where our little bridge is going to be. And then I say, okay, so where my road kind of comes up here, I've got a gas station right here. I've got the train depot right here. My train tracks sit just this side of this fold. Then I have some trees in here, and a little bridge right here on this corner, I've got a road coming down, here. I have a road coming down here which attaches to this subdivision, and then it comes over here to the train tracks. My circus is going to be set up here, and I will also possibly, when I color this all in, do something about the circus right here. And that's going to go to a bridge here, and so I'm going to put the creek right in here, which is right here. We got a bridge here and a bridge here. So then we go to the next 2 pages, and this is the end of it. So I say on these 2 pages, my road's going to come in, and my road's going to come around like this, and it's going to connect to this bridge over here, from this bridge to that bridge. And I did my roads first, and then put the rest of the little things in. So I've got my road in here, so then this is where I'm going to be putting my house and my barn and my animals and my planted fields. I'm going to have trees over here. I drew my lake up in here and connected the creek from the lake to where it connects over here by this bridge here. And then that connected already to right next to the circus. So now I have all of my roads drawn out on my paper. And again, I drew them in. If I didn't quite like it, I erased it and did it again. So now here is my paper. It's accordion folded. And we have the bottom flap, which we will glue. It's upside down. The bottom flap, or the very end of our map, is going to be glued right to the cover of our actual journal. And then this whole thing will open up like this, except that that's going to be glued in just like that. Yep, it's going to open up like this. If you want it to open the other way, then I would have needed to I am going to have it open the other way. This is downtown right here, so this will be glued into our book. It's going to look like this. So as you open it up, the first thing you're going to see is the lake and the farm, and this piece right here is glued solid to our book. So as you open it up, you'll be able to open it up like this, and this will be the whole map. So what I have here, I don't know if you can see it because it's so lightly sketched. I hope you can see it. I have the roads drawn in on here, and then we've got the roads here. The train tracks are here. This road comes up here like this, and then we've got our bridge. This bridge isn't drawn in yet. Must have got washed out. We'll have to rebuild it. And then the road comes around here, goes up there. I have the river. I have the lake. Just sketched in so I know where they're going to go. And oh, I hope you can see this. So, but they're just roughly sketched in because as I go to color this map and, add everything to it, I might want to change things around a little bit. So, but all the roads are in, and those roads give me kind of like my boundary lines of where I'm going to put everything. So because I want to put the downtown in here, but I want to stamp that in there. I want to make some homemade stamps and stamp them on there in some nice fun colors. The houses are the same way. I want to stamp those in there. So, so basically all I have done on here so far is just the roads so that, I know where I'm going to start putting things together. So this will be in the front cover as you open up your journal. And then I have already chosen my pages to go with this. Once I had my map drawn, I decided, what do I want to put in my map? So I thought a candy store would be fun because now you have to think about the fact that I'm going to decorate a page about a candy store. And, a clothing store and a toy store, an art store, and I think instead of a hardware, I'm going to do a seamstress. But But we'll see. I'll have to decide. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll get rid of the clothing store, make the seamstress on the clothing store, and still do the hardware store, because then I can do like a steampunk page. The gas station I'm not doing. See, these are numbered. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The gas station does not have a number. The train depot is number 6. That's going to be on my spread 6, or page 6. The farm is 7. The woods is 8. The lake is 9. The circus is 10. The playground is 11. And so I chose my pages, not doing anything to the front page, but this is spread 1. And I actually chose the pages kind of thinking, will I like this for, this is going to be the candy store. I like that. That will be good for a candy store. And then this is going to be the seamstress or the clothing store. Number 3 is the toy store. Number 4, and I do have my pages numbered here. Number 4 is going to be the art store. Number 5 will be the hardware. These pages will be the train depot. That's 6. Number 7 is the farm. So these will be the farm. So I had the leaves here and I had the grass here. Now, or not grass, but I mean I have green here. So, you know, I just liked that to be like the farm and outdoorsy. Number 8 is going to be the woods. Number 9 is going to be the lake, and I thought this was the perfect with all the, that's an Ebru painting, and I thought that'd be perfect for the lake. Number 10 is going to be the circus. And number 11 is going to be the playground. And then the back page, because that piece of paper was a legal size piece of paper, is going to have a pocket on it. And then the front page, I am not sure exactly what I will do with this. I picked one of my favorite pages for the front page, so I won't probably do much to this page. But so now I've chosen, and I've done 2 signatures. That's 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper in this signature, and 1, 2, 3 pieces of paper in this signature. So this is going to be 6 pieces of paper, or let's see, we've got 12, 20, there will be 24 pages in this journal, plus the map. So this is the setup for this Memory Lane journal. And so if you would like to play along, this is where you start. So if you get your stuff all ready, then next week we will probably start in town and start working our way through town and then through the country, stop at the circus, and then back home to our neighborhood. So I hope, Lisa, that this is kind of what you were looking for after you said it, and this is kind of how I got it in my head. I got very excited. I think this is going to be really fun. And like I said, it doesn't have to be memories. It can just be, you know, just anything that you think of. Like I liked the candy store when I was a kid. So, you know, and I loved taking my kids to the candy store when they were little, because we still had the penny candy with the little tiny individual bags that you would get at our little local store here in our town. And it was always just such a blast to take my kids to the store so they could buy their penny candy and get their own little bag. And so it's just, I'm just excited about this. I hope that you all will enjoy this series. Thank you very much for stopping by. Watch a commercial if you get a chance. I'm going to probably start saying that on the end of everything, because I'm not sure if it's how busy everything has got with people being locked in and they're just flipping through things or what, but you know, I used to make a little bit through the advertisements, and now I don't hardly make anything, but I'm still getting a lot of views. So yeah, if you don't mind, watch a commercial, but don't watch one that's like 5 or 10 minutes long. Watch the short ones, and if there aren't any short ones, go ahead and skip it. So thank you very much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it, and I hope that you all have an outstanding day. Bye-bye.